Just keep moving forward and don't give a shit about what anybody thinks. Do what you have to do for you. Do what you really want to do. Don't play their game. Don't do what they want. Find your own way. I think everybody's weird. We should celebrate our individuality and not be embarrassed or ashamed of it. If you love two people at the same time, choose the second one, because if you really loved the first, you wouldn't have fallen for the second. You can close your eyes to the things you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to the things you don't want to feel. We're all damaged in our own way. Nobody's perfect. I think we're all somewhat screwy. Every single one of us. Me, I'm dishonest, and you can always trust a dishonest man to be dishonest. Honestly, it's the honest ones you have to watch out for. People cry, not because they are weak. It is because they have been strong for too long. I just try to stay in a constant state of confusion just because of the expression it leaves on my face. There are 4 questions of value in life. What is sacred? Of what is the spirit made? What is worth living for? And what is worth dying for? The answer to each is the same. Only love. I like the challenge of trying different things and wondering whether it's going to work or whether I am going to fall flat on my face. I think, as an actor, it is good to feel the fear of failing miserably. I think you should take that risk. Fear is a necessary ingredient in everything I do. I started out printing silkscreen t-shirts. I sold ink pens. I worked construction. I worked at a gas station. I pumped gas. I was a mechanic for a little bit. I went into sewers, down into sewer lines. I had a lot of somewhat unpleasant gigs for a time there. If someone is being bullied or feels like an outsider, and they relate to something that I've done, even if it's just igniting a spark, that's great. I had that feeling as a kid. I was messed with no end. I'm just an actor, and if I can leave something behind that my kids will be proud of, then that's what I want. I don't want my kids to be embarrassed by anything I've done. I think, as an actor, it is good to feel the fear of failing miserably. I think you should take that risk. Fear is a necessary ingredient in everything I do. Simplicity, that's what I want. It's been a rare commodity for me for a number of years, but I enjoy being able to hang out with my girl, read the newspaper, and sit back and start to read a book by someone I admire. You use your money to buy privacy because during most of your life you aren't allowed to be normal. I have known plenty of people who, in their later years, had the energy of children and the kind of curiosity and fascination with things like little children. I think we can keep that, and I think it's important to keep that part of staying young. But I also think it's great fun growing old. As a teenager, I was so insecure. I was the type of guy that never fitted in because he never dared to choose. I was convinced I had absolutely no talent at all. For nothing. And that thought took away all my ambition too. I'm attracted to the extreme light and the extreme dark. I'm interested in the human condition and what makes people tick. I'm interested in the things people try to hide. Things in life are not always as they seem. When you listen, for instance, to someone talking, there is another voice beneath his words. Even if you hear clearly what he is saying, the real truth is much deeper. I don't think anybody is necessarily ready for death. You can only hope that when it approaches, you feel like you've said what you wanted to say. Nobody wants to go out in mid-sentence. When I see someone who just follows their dream and succeeds, and just does basically what they want to do and doesn't have to answer to anyone, obviously not harming anyone, that's great. Things in life are not always as they seem. When you listen, For instance, to someone talking, there is another voice beneath his words. Even if you hear clearly what he is saying, the real truth is much deeper. I just don't know if movies can ever be considered art, because there's so much money involved. It's all about commerce. I don't think art can come from that place. If someone were to harm my family or a friend or somebody I love, I would eat them. I might end up in jail for 500 years, but I would eat them. France and the whole of Europe have a great culture and an amazing history. Most important thing, though, is that people there know how to live. In America they've forgotten all about it. I'm afraid that the American culture is a disaster. Better to not know which moment may be your last. Every morsel of your entire being alive to the infinite mystery of it all. You can close your eyes to the things you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to the things you don't want to feel. Subscribe to this channel for more amazing content and see this video flashing on your screen.